Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So for those of you who, hi Luna, for those of you who have seen my channel before, you might recognize me and you might be like, why haven't you been filming? Well, I'm obviously in my living room, so like there's a whole like situation like with the person that I was with, and we broke up quite a few months back, and then I had to move into what was the office, and I didn't have like a good place to film, and it's not easy to film when somebody's watching TV in the living room and blah blah blah. But anyway, and then like the last few months I was transitioning into a new job, and I don't know. So that kind of like took a toll on me. Like the new job was like really exhausting. I don't know why. Like just really for some reason takes a toll on my body. I have no idea why. Anyway, so I and then like the last couple months I was like super bummed out. I I just felt really bummy and I looked really bummy, and I really wasn't doing much with my makeup, and work was hectic, and switching from a new job from my old job was like going on around that time as well, so it was like really hard to film. But I mean, I did film like my empties and like my unboxings. I just never got around to like putting them up. Like I tried at one point and then something happened and I was just like, screw it, like, because I was bummed out about stuff. So anyway, okay, so the reason I'm filming today and the reason I look like this is because today I started Accutane, and I wanted to start filming like a video diary type of thing during my whole journey through it. I don't know like how I'm gonna do on it, like I've seen like other types of these videos, like a few of them, but not like a whole lot of them. But it's different for everybody. Like everybody reacts to different things, medications or makeup or, you know, shampoos, face washes, everything. Everybody reacts to everything differently. So I wanted to do this so that people would see how a different person reacted to it. So anyway, and I haven't really seen anybody really talk about the whole process, like, like what it really takes to go through it. Like I've seen like a couple people like, slightly mention it, oh, you have to do this, and then that's it. So I wanted to talk about that too, because like I had to go through a few things like before I could actually start it. So yeah. Anyway, so this is my face today. Real quick, you can see it. I struggle with a combination skin. Sometimes my face is super oily for like no reason, and then like maybe a week later it's gonna be like super dry. Like right now my face is like really dry, and like the lower half of my face, like, and then up here, it's whatever. Like, it's okay. I think it's so dry down here because I got all this acne going on. It's like sucking the life out of my skin. But anyway, I'm gonna just zoom in so you can see like all the gross stuff that's going on in my face. And this one on my forehead, it hurts really bad. And it's not even like an active thing. I don't know what's going on. And I got this stuff down here where I get cysts a lot. I don't just struggle with like regular acne. I have really bad cystic acne. So sometimes, you know, I'll break out and I get really deep rooted cystic acne like on my forehead, and mostly I'll get it like down here, like at the base of my jaw. And I had a cyst right here for a little while, and they last forever. Like, they don't go away, and you can't just pop them. They will decide when they want to go away. And I remember this one day, it was right before I got Luna. Like, I got Luna because she and I had something in common. But anyway, like, the day before I got Luna, I fell in love with her. I was really wanting a cat because I had recently lost my cat, my Boo Kitty. And I didn't have a cat anymore, and I missed having a cat to cuddle with, and I've never not had a cat. So it was just really strange to me not having a cat. So I went to PetSmart and I was looking at cats. And I saw all these other cats that just looked so worn out from being pet and played with and stuff like that. And then I saw Luna, who was like backed in a corner because nobody wanted to play with her. And upon further inspection, she had all these like rashes and open wounds on her. And she had like, and they were all red and like gross looking. And I reached into her cage and she was just so eager to be pet and loved on. And I was like, nobody's gonna want to adopt this adorable, loving cat just because she looks like something's wrong with her. And like, I made a connection with her because I was having such awful breakout at the time. And I was like, I know exactly how this cat feels, you know, so. And then for some reason, I wasn't able to adopt her at that moment. But then the next day, I went to work. Everybody was making comments about my acne. I had some lady who was a licensed esthetician. She was like, oh, I can help you with your acne. And I was like, what the heck? Somebody touched my face, one of the cysts on my face. And I was like so worried it was just going to burst. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I ran into my mom's friend who was like, oh, you need to do something about your acne. And I'm like, I thought I covered my face up pretty well today. Like, what the heck is going on? So, and then there was like a few other like random comments, and I just felt so depressed and like awful about myself because literally everybody just kept saying something about my skin. And I just wanted to cry. Like the whole day, I wanted to bawl my eyes out because I felt so ugly. So I was like, I'm gonna go adopt that cat because I want that cat. I love that cat. And I think she will make me feel so much better about myself. And I don't think anybody else is going to adopt her. So I ended up going and adopting her, and I do not regret it. I was able to help her enough that she no longer has any more open wounds or rashes, and she has 100% cleared her skin, and she has the softest, fluffiest fur now, and I'm so happy for her. So, now it's my turn. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, like cysts, they decide when they want to burst or whatever. I remember so many times, like, just minding my own business, and I would touch near or maybe accidentally touch one and they would just explode. Or I wouldn't even have to touch one. I had this one on my forehead. I was just talking to like a friend on the phone, and I just felt like something was like crawling on my forehead, and I touched my forehead and it had like burst by itself, like, and it's dripping down my forehead, and I just felt so gross and disgusting. Like, that's gross. I don't want to be like talking to somebody at my job and have like nasty ooze coming out of my skin. That's gross. So, they told me that it should help, it should also help with the scarring and everything, and, it's going to give me probably the worst breakout of my life, which I'm prepared for, because as far as I'm concerned, every breakout is the worst breakout of my life, but I'm prepared because my skin is so gross. I have no idea what is going to happen when I get this breakout. It's just going to, I feel like it's going to be every inch of my skin is going to have some kind of disgusting pimple. That's what I feel like. So anyway, I get acne on my chest, and I get it sometimes on my shoulders. Like, I have got this ugly scar right here from it, and my back. I get it on my back as well. And when I went to the dermatologist, first of all, I went to my doctor, like my primary care physician. I was like, is there anything that you can do to get rid of this? Because I had so many cysts at that time, like, they were just everywhere. And she gave me an antibiotic that helped to get rid of those cysts, but it didn't do anything for the rest of my acne. And she gave me a referral for the dermatologist, and then that's when I went. So yeah, and he's like, if you want to go on Accutane, then we'll get you on Accutane. So the way he did it, it was like mailed to me from a pharmacy. I don't know if that's how it's usually done, but that's how it was done for me. And it was $5. I don't know if that's because it was mailed in, you know, that he was able to like do it that way, but I was like so worried. I'm like, what if I get approved to go on this medication and whatnot, and then it's like $400? Because one of the things they wanted to put me on was $400. The epiduo, until I get put on Accutane, is $400 with my insurance. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, I can't afford that. Like, I work part-time in retail at the time, so I'm like, no. But anyway, so I don't know, like, I know different countries have Accutane. In the US, you have to go through iPledge, and they give you this book to read, and you have to understand what you're reading, and otherwise you're not going to be able to like go and get on the Accutane. So anyway, first of all, they give you this. You may watch a video or two. And, like, some people watch a video and you might even get, like, counseling for birth control. But you have to use 2 forms of birth control because it causes, like, serious birth defects. And it's very dangerous. So, that's one thing that they really, really stress on you. Because you're like taking this like super, super duper like dangerous drug. Like they're like, you cannot get pregnant and you have to sign like, basically sign away your life that you will promise and swear that you're not going to get pregnant while you're taking this, and if you do, you will immediately stop. But yeah, and you have to remember what forms of birth control you're taking, you're using, and you have to remember what order, like what is your primary and what is your secondary. So yeah, and you have to be on the birth control for 2 months, and you have to have 2 lab tests before you can officially go on Accutane. And then they get it done and sent to you, and that's how it worked for me. So I had to have I had to get poked twice before I could go, and I did, and here I am, and today is my first day, and I look so crappy. They said that it happens every so often that some people do have like a reoccurrence of acne, like, but that doesn't happen usually until like 10 years down the road, and then they'll just let you go back on Accutane, but it's like a permanent cure for acne. So I'm hoping that it works and that I don't have a recurrence, because I hate acne. It's horrible, and I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy, honestly, because the way it makes you feel about yourself is like the worst thing ever. Like, I have no idea. Like, I feel like I can't leave my house without makeup. I feel like I don't know, like I'm a leper or something because of it. Like, it's just, it's gross. So, I don't know. There's a lot of different side effects to it, like, and I was kind of nervous, like, after I read the side effects, like, there's, like, you can have hallucinations, and, like, there's, like, a weight loss or, like, weight gain, and there's, like, severe depression and thoughts of suicide, and, like, I think most, like, medications have that last one that I mentioned, but, you know, like, I think that's, like, literally on every list of medications. But, like, I've never taken anything that could possibly give you hallucinations or, like, let you hear voices or anything like that. So I was like, I'm kind of nervous about these things right here. And they're like, that's, like, the least common, like, those are extremely rare side effects. And I was like, okay, that makes me feel better. They said the most common side effect that everybody complains about is you're gonna have severely dry skin and lips. And I was like, okay, that's gonna be extremely miserable, but I think I can deal with that. I get tons of, like, samples in my beauty boxes, and Carmex is like 99 cents, so I think I'm a little prepared for that, but I'm also still nervous, you know, of course, about how that's gonna feel. I'm a bit of a whiner when I'm in pain, so if my lips start to hurt or any part of my skin like starts to hurt, then I might start whining like inconsolably. So yeah, you just make sure that it doesn't have any like. So anyway, they come in like a box and you get like these 3 things, and it has this like diagram of all the different like birth defects that happens to babies. And okay, like I know this probably shouldn't make me laugh, but it does. On each of the little like pull tabs that you have like to pull out the actual capsule, it has this little thing on it like of a pregnant lady. So I laughed my ass off when I saw that, because they just, I get it, I know, like I'm taking it totally serious. I don't even want to have kids. So like whenever I saw it though, I was just like laughed. I'm like, okay, I get it, I really do. Like I'm not gonna get knocked up. So I just laughed like whenever I saw that like pregnant lady with a slash through it, and I was just like, wow. But anyway, so I think I have made myself pretty clear about like how much I hate acne, and I'm just really excited and a little bit nervous, but I really hope that it works for me, and I hope that you guys like want to watch and see how it affects me. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a daily thing, because I don't know how much my acne is gonna change every day. Maybe like weekly. If it does change like horrifically every day, I might get on the camera and be like, oh my god, look how bad my face looks today. So I think it's just gonna be like, you know, day to day, depending on how bad things are, or like depending on how I feel. So yeah, I'll make sure to like put, you know, how many days or weeks or months or whatever I've been on it, you know, in the video. And I'm going to insert pictures in the video. And I will insert a picture that I took on my phone of the breakout that I was having the week or the day that I went in to see my primary care physician. It was horrible. I will insert that right now. But yeah, that was like such an awful breakout. The reason I don't look like that now is because of the antibiotics they gave me. It got rid of a lot of those cysts. But it was weird because it like made them last even longer before it got rid of them. But anyway, so if you do have trouble with cystic acne, there are antibiotics like Bactrim and stuff like that that they can give you to possibly get rid of them. But if you're like me and you're like super unlucky and you just have bad genes like I did, like I got it from my dad. Like he has acne and he had cystic acne, and he has scars, like visible scars from his acne still today, but But yeah, I would look into other options to get rid of acne. I can't say yet that I recommend Accutane because I don't know how it's going to affect me, and I don't know how it affects others. I know that a lot of people have had success and that they absolutely did not regret it. So, we'll find out. In the end, I'm going to be on it for 5 months, and I'm ready to get the journey going. So everybody just wish me luck, and yeah. I'm gonna put on my makeup now because I have sort of a date, and yeah. I think that's about it. My Luna butt is probably gonna get in the way. But anyway, I will keep you updated. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in my next post. Okay, so today is day 3 on Accutane. I haven't noticed like a whole lot like changing with my skin. Like, I haven't gotten my big fat breakout yet, but you know, I haven't had like I've obviously not been on it for very long. So like yesterday I had like a few like little whiteheads or whatever, but I feel like those would have popped up whether I was on it or not. But I feel like something's brewing because I've got like this painful like spot, like there's 2 bumps here, and it's just like really painful right up in here. And my face is starting to get a little dry right in here, like more dry than it was the other day. My lips haven't started to dry out yet, but I have a feeling that it's coming. I was feeling like pretty like nauseated today, like just kind of like almost kind of like how you feel like when you're hungry, but like I ate, you know, so it wasn't like I was starving myself or anything. And I felt like I was like a little more bothered by some things that were like happening at work than like I would normally be, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I just got out of the shower and I put on some lotion. My face is like really hot right now. But yeah, I've got some stuff going around, like popping up, but not like a whole lot than the other day. But yeah, these 2 spots hurt. This spot doesn't hurt anymore. This is the stud for my Monroe. This has been here for a while. This is a scar. Got like some crusty little drying up pimples down here. I got some like annoying little mouth type things. This is like drying up. And then this one just popped up. And I'm getting a lot of like redness. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this guy because that's annoying and gross. And I got places to be tonight. So I don't want those just chilling right there by my mouth because that's not sexy. But yeah. Nothing going on like on my nose or anything really. Nothing new anyway, it's just a little bit of scarring and some like healing pimples, but oh, look at that, I didn't even see that. What is that? It looks like some drying up zits and stuff. I did notice I had like a new little itchy pimple that popped up on my chest, and I'm getting a little bit itchy on my back. I think something's about to happen on my back. But as far as like how I feel and stuff, I pretty much covered that. And so far so good with the skin, I guess. I guess we'll find out some more soon. And we'll I'll check up as soon as I, get uglier. It is day 6 today on Accutane. I feel alright. The other day my eyes were kind of itchy, but I think it was just like allergies maybe or something like that, but I didn't have any like major side effects. I don't really see a whole lot of like new stuff popping up. My face is getting kind of itchy in certain spots, like right here and a little bit on my forehead. Got like a new pimple right here on my lip. But yeah, like, I don't know, there was like those two right here that were starting to come up, but they're starting to go down now. This little like dry spot where it was like really red, I think it's starting to go away. Let me zoom in just a little bit. But anyway, other than that, I haven't really noticed like any major side effects. I'm starting to feel a little bit of dryness, but not like major or anything. And it's mostly in like certain spots on my face, like right here it's a little bit dry and itchy. And like right here I was really dry, but it's not dry there anymore. And my hair feels kind of dry, like my actual hair, not my scalp. But I haven't noticed anything like super crazy or anything, so that's good. But yeah, so yeah, day 6, and I think I'm doing pretty good so far, but we will see. At any moment I'm just waiting to have just wake up and be like covered in acne, like every inch of my skin have like a pimple. So yeah, I am noticing that there are a couple spots that have popped up on my chest that are like really itchy spots. Like, they're just bugging me. I don't know if they're gonna be like cysts or if they're just gonna be small pimples. But yeah, the first one that popped up is starting to go away now. And I haven't really noticed anything on my back. I have been a little more itchy on my back than usual. Like, I'm normally not itchy, I guess, on my back, but I'm starting to get itchy on my back. I don't know. Something is about to happen, I am assuming. But anyway, I will check in probably tomorrow or the next day. I just had a popsicle, so my My tongue and my lips are kind of blue. But it's day 7 now. And I don't know. Feeling kind of weird. Not like weird like, I don't know, weird, but my face is like getting itchy. Like really itchy right here especially. It's like really red. So, I don't know, this is getting red. And, like my face started itching really bad yesterday, so it's just starting to get worse. Starting to get dry in my lips, my blue lips. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit.
But in the downtown district, there's an attraction that even in these disparate surroundings seems oddly out of place.
That's about 5 feet tall, and it's made of rusted metal implements. It has proud feathers, talons, and it looks like it might be contemplating whether it should or should not cross the road.
This is a sculpture.
Yeah, this looks really bad.
But it's no ordinary bird.
Ugh.
It became the town's most famous resident because of its unique anatomy.
And then my chest is
It defied all the odds.
breaking out a little bit. And like on those spots that I was talking about yesterday, they're just starting to get more painful. Like they're starting to hurt instead of being itchy, and I don't think I've been messing with them. But if I just happen to like lightly touch them or something, they hurt. So, I don't know. Oops. But yeah, I'm starting to feel dry in my lips, and I'm getting dry down here a lot. And you can see that I'm dry like right here. There's like, looks kind of like crusty. But like my forehead's doing okay. And these spots are starting to go away now. Like it's weird because like one day I'll be okay and I'll look fine. And then like the next day, cat, then the next day you'll see like, I don't know, more spots and I'll look terrible. But anyway, so that's my check-in for today. I'll try to check in tomorrow or the next day, depending on how I'm looking. And I'm pretty sure this is a cold sore. Like, just a little cold sore or something. But anyway, yep, I'll check in tomorrow or the next day. Hey, it is day 8. I feel like crap today. It's not because of the medicine. I know for a fact it's something that I ate. Well, not necessarily what I ate, but like sometimes like I get, anyway, I'll just get like an upset stomach if I eat too fast or if I go to bed too soon after I eat. And I think that's what happened. It was last night. I was just tired and I ate something and then I went to sleep and then I woke up pretty early this morning and I was very pukey, so I just don't feel good. But I'm not puking anymore, so that's good. Knock on wood. 'Cause I hate throwing up. It's the worst. But yesterday, I noticed some things that don't normally happen. Am I like zoomed in at all? Cause it, okay, there. Sorry about the mess on my coffee table. But anyway, I was noticing that I was a lot more bloated than usual. And, I mean, I think I'm like 2 weeks away from my period, so I don't think that's what it is. But I just felt like really bloated. Like, it was weird, and I don't know. Like, I felt really, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. I forgot. I'll probably remember here in a minute. But anyway, in the shower, whenever I got home from work, I noticed a lot more like hair loss than normal. And yesterday was like the marker of a full week. And I pulled out like a big, huge clump of hair. I have noticed my hair is a lot more dry than usual, and it's tangling a lot more easily. So, I mean, normally my hair will get like a little bit tangled, like probably easier than anybody else's because it's so long and thick, but it's like really easily tangled, like just not really doing anything with it, and it just like tangles on its own, and that's weird. But it feels like super dry, so I use a lot of conditioner and a lot of leave-in conditioner, but even like in the shower, I was just rinsing the conditioner out and it got tangled. So it was just really weird. And there was a lot of like hair, and it like clogged up the drain, and that was kind of weird because I mean it's only been a week and I've never seen that much hair before. Like, of course there's always hair in the shower, but just that shower last night, there was so much, and I've never seen that much before. And then whenever I was taking my makeup off, I noticed that my skin, like wherever I have like dry patches and like certain blemishes, they're like breaking open a lot more easily and like bleeding. So, and I'm starting to get a lot more dry. Like today, I feel super dry. But I was just taking my makeup off like normal, and I had like a little spot right here that broke open and started bleeding. And there was one somewhere on my forehead. I think it was right here. I had another one right here. And I wasn't scrubbing. Like, I don't ever scrub because I don't like to like irritate my skin. I was just doing it like I normally do, you know, taking it off with my regular makeup wipes. But anyway, so those are just a few things that I noticed yesterday throughout my day. But anyway, like I was saying, today is day 8. I feel like under my eyebrow I have a bump that's tender. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. Like this spot, I just don't know if it's a cold sore or a pimple, but it keeps like going away and then like flaring up. So I'm pretty sure it's a cold sore. I've just been like really keeping an eye on it and trying to be cautious about it. And I've been putting a little bit of like alcohol on it to kind of dry that up, because I don't want to like get it in my eye or anything or on my nose, because if it's a cold sore you can spread it. This I don't know what the heck is going on with this. Like, it just keeps spreading. It's weird. Like, it was just a little spot right around here, and now it's like going further down. There's not a whole lot going on the side of the face, mostly just scars. This is going down. This thing on my neck, I think this is mostly just a scar right now from old cysts. Like, I would mostly get cysts on my neck like that. This is drying up. This is all dry right here. All my chin is super dry. Right here I got a little tender spot. This is super itchy. I'm trying not to scratch it. If it does itch, I just kind of lightly like touch it because it's really irritated. And then there's this thing. It's going around my mouth. It looks really ugly. And it just keeps getting bigger and worse. But it's dry. And my forehead's doing okay. I never really broke out on my forehead very much anyway. But yeah, there's something underneath my eyebrow right here that's really tender. And then I've got like a few little spots. But I feel like I just look awful and I feel awful. My lips are dry. I feel like my lips are always dry though because I've always got stuff going on my chin that like suck the moisture out of my lips or something. But yeah, I really can't wait for all this stuff to go away because I'm just tired of feeling like really gross and ugly. My chest looks about the same. I have no idea what's going on with my back because I can't see it, but I don't know. But anyway, so that's pretty much it for day 8 thoughts and stuff. Hopefully I continue not to puke. Okay, so today is day 10. All of my things are dry. My face is really hot right now. It feels like it's sunburned. I just got off work and took a shower, so like, I don't know. I hear the ice cream man. He always comes when I'm busy. Anyway, I don't really have anything like major to report. Although like even if I like take like a really like cool shower, my face is always like really hot, like the water like irritates my skin. My fingertips are dry. That's due to work, so they like hurt you. That's like nothing to do with Accutane. But my lips are so dry. I got like a crap ton of Carmex. It cracked right here in the corner and down in here. It's only been 10 days and like it's crazy. And my face is so dry. I used an exfoliator to get rid of like the dead skin, so it doesn't feel awful. And then I put like an aloe based gel lotion type thing on it and it feels a lot better, but still kind of irritated from the water hitting it. Besides like the dry skin, like there's nothing hugely big going on. I bet you can hear the ice cream man in the background. I'm so upset. Can't go get an ice cream. I don't even have $1 anyway. Anyway, my hair is super dry, like it's tangling. Like my ends are like tangling really easily. But yeah, that's probably about it. There's nothing huge happening, nothing like super major. So I will probably check in tomorrow and let you know what's going on. But I got to go get ready because I got stuff to do. Okay, so today's day 11. I don't really see anything new popping up over the last couple days. And I don't really have any like new symptoms or anything. I do have like a pimple that's formed like right here next to my piercing, like literally right by where the little ball is, and it kind of is irritated. But oh no, see, it's like really red right there. My skin is just really dry. It's like flaky, and this is all red right here, and it's just really dry and irritated. I just really just have like the same stuff. It's just getting like really dried out and like a little bit itchy. It's kind of like, I don't know, sensitive to the touch in certain areas. Still have a little bit of hair loss going on. A little bit of tangling still. My hair is super dry. I have like a couple little like pimples that have popped up like on my chest, but like nothing huge. I'm still expecting like a giant breakout to happen like any minute. My lips are so dry. They've gotten better over the last day or so because I've just been over applying Carmex. Just like I've got like the little tube, and I've just been like pushing a whole bunch out and then just like really massaging it into my lips. This like area that like cracked open in the corner, I've just like really been like massaging it in there, and it feels a lot better today, so I think that has helped. Like my mom and my sister keep telling me my skin looks better, but I feel like it just keeps looking the same. Especially because this is just, it's been here forever right here. But the other night, like it like is really, really bumpy, and then it kind of broke open. And it was gross. And like whenever I put my makeup on over it, you can just see how dry my skin is. I've been trying to like moisturize it. Tired. Yeah, I've been trying to moisturize my skin really well and like keep it maintained so that it doesn't just like break open or anything, like bleed or anything, because that's what it feels like because it's so dry. I mean, I haven't even gotten through like a whole month yet. It's only day 11 and I already feel so dry and it's crazy. I wasn't even expecting the symptoms to be so crazy yet. Like I was expecting like to be on it for like at least 2 months before I started getting these kind of symptoms. Look at all these scars from like acne and stuff. Some of them are from like bras digging in to my skin, because I used to have really big boobs. But that's like a totally different story. Anyway, and I got some on this side, but they're not as bad. But anyway, yeah, I just got like a teeny tiny new one on my chest today. It's just a little baby one, but nothing really new to report on my face. This one is going away. The one on my eyebrow is gone. That was really, really sensitive. That one, like, I would just like lightly brush against my face and it would hurt. So red. I'm ready for these to go away. These are mostly just like scars. And they said that it should help. This is still like active over here, but they're starting to go away, so. And this is starting to go away finally. So ugly. It looks like infantigo or something. But it's finally starting to go away. I just got like this random breakout right here. But I'm so ready for acne to just leave me alone. But I mean, that was weird. You know, I get it from my dad, and he had the same exact like deep-rooted cystic acne that I have, and he had it into his adulthood too, so every once in a while he gets it still. But he spends a lot of time in the sun, and because he like is a handyman type of guy and he's always working, so that works for him. Like, it'll dry up his acne. But I can't spend a lot of time in the sun because I have like an intolerance to the sun, which is why I am so pale. Also, I like being pale, like I'm cool with it, but you know, I don't know, I go out in the sun, I get migraines and I get super itchy. It doesn't matter if I'm wearing sunblock or whatever, I'm just like immediately itchy all over my skin, and I don't know how to sit in the shade, and I'll be like all the way in the shade and people are like enjoying the sun and like in the pool, and I'm like, guys, come talk to me. But anyway, so anyway, I'm going to check in probably tomorrow. Okay, so here I am for day 13. Sometimes I'm like, I look at like what day it is and I'm like, how did I manage to skip 2 days without even realizing it? Or I'm like, did I film like a segment yesterday and I just don't remember it? Like, I don't remember if I filmed for day 11. I know I didn't film yesterday. Anyway, so I got like a stupid pimple right there that's really, really sensitive. And I got this like unicorn hump that's trying to pop up right there. Couple new little spots that have emerged over the past day or so. Not like a whole huge like face of nonsense, but definitely a few more little things here and there. This is where my piercing is right here. This is starting to go away right there. This is like that little pimple that popped up right next to my piercing that was really like bugging me. But it's going away now because it was like really red and irritated. Yeah, I've got this here still, and this morning I noticed like it was going away, but this morning I noticed a new one popped up in the same place, so that's annoying. Got a couple new bumps here, and cut like a couple teeny ones right here, and yeah, my I haven't noticed any new symptoms or anything. Um, let's see. There's a wasp that keeps hitting my door. I think it's like trying to come in here and eat me. But anyway, there's this like patch right here of skin that has, I'm gonna zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. It's got all these like little bumps. I don't, like, it's just really like scaly and dry. And every once in a while, it turns into little, I don't know. It turns into like little, I don't know, pustules? I don't know. Like little like tiny pimply things, and then they like break open and then they go away. I don't know. It's weird. I think there's a name for it. Like, I want to say Malia or something like that. It's not actually like acne. It's like having like little tiny like pimples on your face. But they're not really like pimples. It's like a skin condition or something. I don't know. Maybe it will go away on Accutane too. But it's really dry and scaly, and then it turns into like little pimply things. But I'm really getting tired of it being there. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I'll just kind of zoom in so you can see all the damage all over my face. Okay, so here I am for day 14. This one is really sensitive to the touch. This one is a little bit, but it's like crusted over, and in the middle of the night it kept like breaking open. I'm loaded up on Carmex today. This keeps going away and then coming back. Same with this stuff, like, I don't know, got a couple little new things going on with my skin. And this is like flaked over here, and it's like, oh no, it's just there. Anyway, anyway, I'll zoom in so you can see the damage. Okay, no other new symptoms though, other than my hair is increasingly more dry. I just feel like it's wire on my head. I guess now I will just see how long I can go without having to wash it. I don't know. I've been putting like leave-in conditioner in it, but the more I wash it, the more dry it gets, and it's just awful. It tangles so easy. So I don't do anything with it because it's so damaged. And I keep losing more and more, and like it breaks apart. But that's really it. I'll probably check in tomorrow. Today is day 16. I didn't get to film yesterday because I was watching my niece, and she's 7, so I think that's probably self-explanatory. I am so itchy today, like, because I'm so dry. Like, my skin is very flaky on my face. Like, that's the biggest thing that's going on. Like, I don't know, like, what else to really say about today. I'm just so itchy. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, like, if I zoom in, you can see, like, my skin is, like, flaking everywhere. And yes, I've been scratching. I shouldn't do that, because it's really bad. But I can't help it, it's itchy. This one is like probably the itchiest. I don't know why. But everything is so flaky and dry. Everything. I'm probably gonna like exfoliate my skin, and then I'm probably gonna do like a sheet mask or something. I have a lot of sheet masks and stuff that just like give you a lot of like moisture. So I'm gonna probably do that, and then pack on some moisturizer. Some of that like Olay moisturizer that I have been using. Like, it seems like during the day, you know, over the course of the day, my skin is fine, but like overnight, my skin just gets super dry. And then first thing in the morning, I don't know what it is. It's always like flaky like this. But this is the worst that it's been so far with the dryness and stuff. So, I don't know, I'll get some some exfoliator and just, you know, one of the ones that I get in like my subscription, and do that, get rid of some of this flaky crap, and just sit back and try to absorb some of the stuff from something. I'll probably use like this mask that I have, that I just got in my BoxyCharm. This vitamin E mask. Stay gorgeous. I'll probably use this one because vitamin E is super good for the skin. I'll probably check in tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay, so today's day 17. I was able to go like 4 days without washing my hair because my hair is so dry. That's a long time. My face is probably a little bit more red than usual because I was just in the shower. So ignore that, but my face is so itchy still. I got some new things kind of like popping up. This one's kind of sensitive. This is really itchy. I keep touching it. I know I shouldn't. Ugh, but it's so itchy. Everything is itchy. All of everything is itchy. So, I don't know. This comes and goes. This is going away. It's like some things on my chest, but they're kind of going away. This is going away. It's kind of drying up, but let me zoom in on this like a little bit. I don't know what it's doing. Like, it's just being itchy. There's nothing really going on my forehead. I never really got a lot of breakouts on my forehead. It's mostly like along the jawline and on my chin, like around my mouth. So I probably won't get too much going on my forehead anyway. But that's pretty much it. Today was a very stressful day at work, so I'm just kind of annoyed and I just want to like go crawl into bed and not get out of it because it was just that kind of day. But I haven't really noticed any other stuff like side effect wise, just being very itchy. Trying not to scratch it. But anyway, so that's probably it for me today. I'll try to check in tomorrow. It's day 18. Yeah, 18. This is like bleeding a little bit, but man, I'm tired. Work yesterday was hectic, so I'm just really tired today. But I don't really see anything too new today. I can't find my mirror. This is going away a little bit more. Well, this is kind of new. This one is like, it kind of popped open and it's like bleeding a little bit, but just zoom in. Yeah, there's just like the usual dryness and, you know, that stuff going on. A little itchy still. Probably just because I'm so dry. Nothing major to report. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm, ugh. Sorry, my nose was itchy. I'm almost to day 20, so got 2 more days to go till 20, and then I'll have 10 more days to go till day 30. So I'm like over halfway till the whole month is done. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go to work. So I'll probably check in tomorrow. Okay, here I am for day 20. I just washed my face and put some moisturizer on. I'm still really dry. Today I had like all kinds of like flaking skin. So I used an exfoliator to kind of get rid of some of that flaky skin, but I don't really think that it helped as much as I was hoping. But I think it helped a little bit. So this is still here. I'm just waiting for this to go away. But I don't know if it's gonna go away. And then this, it was going away, but it's like there again. So I don't really know what it's doing. And then this is like popped up, and it was really sensitive yesterday. This is starting to dry up. And this is doing its thing. I think it's going away. Oh, it's super dry, like flaky all around in here. Zoom in and I'll show you. Okay, well that's like pretty much it. Still no like major side effects. I have been noticing that I've been pretty like cotton mouth, I guess. Like I've just been really dry mouthed. Like I've been trying to just stay hydrated because otherwise I get like sticky in my mouth and like thirsty and stuff. So I've just been trying to avoid that as much as possible because it's just really uncomfortable. And I don't want to get dehydrated, so I've just been drinking lots of water. But other than that, there's really nothing major going on. Nothing new anyway, so just the same old stuff. I'm just waiting for this huge breakout to happen. But it hasn't happened. Like, not yet anyway. I thought it was gonna happen like my first month, but I guess not. I'm closing in on month 1 though, since it's day 20. I got 10 more days before the month is up. Anyway, I will probably check in tomorrow. Pretty dry. I haven't washed my face yet, so I figured everybody could see all the dry crap on my face. It's just like everywhere. So yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like before I do like my little scrub to get rid of all the flaking skin. But anyway, my Luna, I have to get ready for work and blah blah blah. No major side effects, nothing new popping up really. But anyway, probably check in tomorrow. It's day 24. Not a lot has changed, just really dry. My hair is really dry, my skin is really dry, my lips are really dry, everything's really dry. I'll zoom in. So yeah, just a lot of dry patches. Haven't really gotten any new pimples. They're just sitting there, not really going away, not really popping up. Just being dry. So it's kind of annoying at this point, but you know, I guess we'll see. At this point I'm just kind of like, can I just get the stupid breakout already? Because I'd rather have that than what's going on right now. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like super ugly now. And it's July 1st, so I guess I probably don't want the breakout to happen right now because the 4th of July is gonna happen in a couple days, and I don't want to be ugly on the 4th of July, but just jinx myself, so. Yeah. Anyway, just really dry, really itchy. That's pretty much it. Okay, it's day 28. I'm tired. I skipped a couple days, not intentionally, but we were celebrating the 4th of July, and I got sidetracked. So, I didn't mean to. But nothing's really changed. So, I mean, this thing keeps doing whatever it's doing. And then the thing got like a little tiny bit bigger, and then it just dried up. But it didn't like get super huge, otherwise I would have tried to make a big point of filming. But my face just is dry. Dry, dry, dry. Not as itchy as it was. I'm finding myself being itchy other places. Like this one spot right here is super itchy, but it's not dry, and there's not like a spot or a blemish or anything. It's just itchy there. And I keep, like, my skin is really extra paper thin, and I keep like shaving parts of my skin off. That sounds really gross. But I have little scabs I'm going to. This was the first one that happened, and I wasn't pressing down very hard at all. Just shaving like I normally do. And here's another time that it happened. This one's almost healed up. And this is the most recent one that happened. It just happened like yesterday or the day before. But like I said, I'm just shaving like I normally would. And there's a little bit of one right here. What it does is it makes your skin really sensitive, but sensitive isn't really the word I want to use. Weak. It makes your skin weak. So that every time, you know, well, not every time, but whenever you're doing like day-to-day activities, you might get hurt or something a lot easier. But anyway, I'll zoom in so you can see what's going on with my face. This thing is clearing up finally. But anyway, that is pretty much it. Right now, my voice is kind of like crackling and stuff. Not only am I a bit tired, but my throat hurts. It's been hurting for the last 3 days. 2 or 3 days. Right after, the day after the 4th of July, I woke up with a sore throat and I was really bummed out. So, that's annoying. But anyway, I am gonna go ahead and get ready for work. I'll probably check in tomorrow. It's day 30. 1 month down, 4 to go. So, this is what I look like today. Pretty much the same. This thing is finally starting to dry up. I saw the dermatologist yesterday and I'm going to get my lab work done on Monday. So, yeah. I'm sure that this is not going to be the roughest month ahead of me, so hopefully all of it will clear up and go away and leave me alone forever. But I'm excited. I'm just really dry and itchy. I haven't been as itchy lately, but you know, itchy sometimes. But anyway, I'm going to zoom in so you can see everything for day 30. It's like just very flaky everywhere. Look at all that dry skin. Just touch it and it all like flies away. It's everywhere. It's gross. It's so gross. I hate being so dry. But anyway, that's pretty much it for day 30. So, I'll check in on day 31.